Now we see the momentum coming from that outside lane. Once again, just on the inside of Brendan.
Oh, look out! Trouble. Oh, and upside down is Earnhardt. This is going to be a mess.
Big spin behind us, wave him.
The 33 of Harvick, Joey Logano involved. More cars still spinning in this multiple car crash. Just that quick.
Oh, there's contact behind him between Carl Edwards and Carl Edwards got up into Keselowski.
And boy, it just flipped Dale over. And then there's no but where for these guys to go. That's Kyle Busch. That's the damage he sustained. There's Brendan gone.
You got to wonder why Carl Edwards would make a move like that on the straightaway. He kind of made an abrupt move up to the outside lane there. I don't know if he thought he was clear.
Bad crash over in turn 2. Michael Waltrip has hit the wall hard. The car is upside down. And you can see the car is really torn up. Well, Jerry, I said it's sort of on its side, or boy, yes, it is upside down.
Michael Waltrip's car begins to slip and slide on the outside and contacts the concrete wall nearly head on. The car is sawed in half by that concrete barrier there. One of the most spectacular and violent crashes I have ever seen, Ed Jarrett.
Jerry, I've been involved in auto racing for more than 30 years, and I don't remember ever seeing a car torn up this much.
But Buddy Baker, who has a lot of sentiment on Veteran Observer, as one of the real... Oh, we have a problem. Is throwing the tire.
Bobby Allison with a horrible crash here on the front stretch. It has torn out a complete section of protective railing separating it. Alan Kowicki becomes involved.
Debris and is collecting other cars. There was a lot of debris in the front stretch. Kowicki was involved. Richard Petty, I think. Right rear, it begins to shred. And the car goes out of control. You're at 210 miles an hour. You can see the right rear going. You see the debris there on the left-hand side of your screen. Earnhardt avoids Bobby. The car goes backwards. The aerodynamics get underneath the car, and Allison gets up into the fence. The aerodynamics lifted the car. They're not built to go backwards. Right underneath Harold Kinder. Harold, he stayed in there. Boy, I'll tell you, talk about a trooper. Kinder is right there. He's got the yellow flag out right away.
And Kurt Busch trying to move to the inside and take that spot away and take the lead away from Newman, but Newman will have nothing of it.
Whoa, got trouble getting into 3, guys.
Joey Logano.
Big crash.
Oh, he's upside down.
Over and over, Logano goes between 3 and 4.
No.
The car will come back to rest on all 4 tires.
Really just kind of a stack-up effect. Like was one of them got on the brakes and kind of forced. Yeah, look at Tony Stewart just missing this crash, man. Here's where it really gets exciting, man.
We talked about that there's nowhere to go as you come off of these corners, and when something like this happens, you really have, you make a commitment, and you've got one opportunity really to miss this wreck.
Riding along with the bat cam, 100 miles an hour on that camera as they go down the back stretch.
Oh, there it is.
Hard into the wall, the 41 of Kurt Busch. He'll collect the rest of the field.
The 18's in it, the 48's in it.
The 88 is in it. Just on the front edge. She starts to roll now on the apron.
Just
looks like the 78. Was that the 38 perhaps of David Reagan?
Yeah, I think it was a 38. It's like that 78 trying to make it 4 wide.
Update on Montoya. Shannon?
Yeah, the update is he's happy with the car, as you can tell, guys. Pretty quiet over the radio, nothing to report. Wampa crash on the track.
Oh, heavy contact, cars crashing. There's Hornish. 1 car in flames. Heavy contact, the 43 involved, Blaney involved. David Gilliland is heavy. The whole front of that car.
But nothing you can do.
Then Michael McDowell gets into the back of Gilliland and get into the corner here. Oh my goodness. Just a hard lap.
Right across in front of Labonte, who backs that car into the guardrail. There comes the 77 of Hornish.
Now you can see that. If somebody run out of fuel right there in the middle of that group, it would cause a huge wreck. We've heard. Oh, here's a car upside down.
Big time crash upside down.
It's Ryan Newman.
See Kevin Harvick there.
Marcus Ambrose.
Ambrose is there, comes across. Harvick stops, and Newman's car comes to rest upside down on its roof. We were hoping it would not happen, and here with 5 laps to go.
Remember that teammate thing I said about behind Elliott? He decided he needed to be on the bottom. That's a Chevrolet teammate. I mean, not a company teammate.
Oh, we got trouble. Tyler Reddick in the 42. That's Ryan Reed. Garrett Smithley through the grass. Spencer Gallagher gets a piece of it.
Oh, and they're still wrecking. William Byron. Kevin, you said it. You talk about mistakes on pit road, and look where that put Byron.
Watch the 42.
Off of the bumper. Of the 24 of Scott Lagasse, it looked like. And then they just kept wrecking at him.
Ricky Rudd gets the jump. He's the early leader. Oh, trouble! Steve Park is off into the infield. Another car ball over on his lid. It's Parkindale Jr. Terrible crash.
Watch the yellow car back there just turn left.
And when you hit wet grass, it feels like you pick up 200 mile an hour.
But you can see how that barrier gave way when
absolutely
that car
that barrier absorbed a lot of energy, and I'll tell you what, that nice to see happen.
He doesn't want to be too aggressive on these tires and abuse the tires too much at this point in time. If that is indeed, they may be looking at left sides while they're getting fuel, depending on how long they're going to be out there.
Yeah, that's what I would be looking at.
Oh, trouble.
Gosh, what a mark.
Ryan Newman, hard into the wall. Michael McDowell, hard into the wall.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Terrible crash.
Like not Ryan Newman overran that corner just a little bit. You see quite a few cars over there. So come back on the track. Contact between Biffle and Newman.
Yes, Biffle came back on the track. Newman was right there. Got into him and hard into that guardrail, and the tires sends him back out in the middle of the track here into McDowell.
Huge crash here at Watkins Glen. Heavy contact. Jeff Gordon involved. Jeff Burton is there. Heavy hit by the 77 car of Sam Hornish. He is out of his car. Jeff Gordon is yet to come out now. He is climbing out of the car.
Here's Sam Hornish racing with Casey Kane as they come out of the corner.
Oh, looks like Casey got loose and tried to correct it. Got into Sam, and goodness gracious, what
just as we saw the other day. Wow, huge lick by Jeff Gordon. It's good to see him get out of his car.
And Sam Hornish. Both of those cars hit extremely hard on that second impact.
Gordon head on into the Armco barrier.
We saw this happen with Jason Leffler's car the other day, get thrown back, and Jeff Gordon wide open, nowhere to go.
It's good to see those guys get out of the car.
Problems. Huge hit for Kennedy. The 11 up on the safer barrier. Down off the wall it comes to a grinding halt in the middle of the racetrack.
So he's racing on the inside of David Gillen. They make a little bit of contact. You see John West Townley was on the outside. He's going to run right into the side of him and kind of lift that truck up a little bit. Got into the catch fence. For the second week in a row, we've had a vehicle in the catch fence. But again, the catch fence did its job. It kept that truck down on the racetrack, and you see it riding along the top of the safer barrier.
It was a bit edgy, but as soon as he could get some clean air on that car, he said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him, it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside down. Side. I've been upside down at Daytona one time and slid on my roof just like that, sparks flying, and I was just hoping at the last second it was going to roll back over so I could get out. But AJ's didn't do that. He was stuck upside down. Not a comforting feeling. That oil tank is right behind you. It's very possible for oil to start leaking out. You want to get out of there as fast as you can.
Prior to today, the only place where... Oh, big trouble. That's the rookie Suarez up and over Regan Smith, the big one at Daytona in the Tri-Oval.
Let's see if we can see what happens. Kyle Busch was pushing the rookie, giving him a shove here. Kyle Larson, excuse me. And it looks like he just gets him in a bad spot right there, and he just got behind in his steering.
Yeah, he got too far to the right, and coming off of the corner right there, that car unloads as you come off of that banking, and it just took just a little bit too much, and that's that window that you have to push.